evening. Hope everyone's having a blessed evening. I'm having a blessed evening. So, this topic is really, really important. You should take this topic in consideration to any and everyone that's pursuing fame, fortune, and riches. The things that I talk about, the things that I discuss, the slogans that I say most of the time in my content in my videos, which is very serious. What people do for fame, fortune, and riches is unbelievable, but it's not unbelievable. How people get to money and how people accumulate wealth is very disturbing. Like, for instance, the stock market. We know the stock market goes up and down. Majority of the people, most of the people throughout history has put their life saving in the stock market. And it has crashed or something came up to destroy their finance. Then they want to commit suicide. It's no different than one that's preaching and pushing and talking about the pursuit of fame, fortune, riches in our community and leading others down a dark, dark path of destruction and demise as they seek fame, fortune, and riches. People would do anything, everything, and would stop at nothing to seek fame, fortune, and riches. Fame, fortune, and riches have a very, very dark, dark, dark side to pursuing happiness. The only way you can seek fame, fortune, and riches, and the only way you can pursue this of happiness is through the worship of the one creator. Once you seek fame, fortune, riches in certain ways, in the ways that's been taught by most of the people out in society, our community, is murder, death, kill, barbaric, evil, twisted way of life. Hi, how you doing? Hello, hello. It's teaching us to backdoor any and everybody. It's teaching us to destroy. It's teaching us not to have a heart. It's teaching us not to care about no community as we pursue happiness towards fame, fortune, and riches. It's a very, very dark side because there's not a lot of fame, fortune, riches to be spread around. So you see people do any and everything for fame, fortune, and riches on major platforms. And what happens is when you produce source of happiness from poverty, what happens is that there's a lot of things that comes with it. And in order to seek fame, fortune, riches, like a lot of people do, especially on YouTube, especially on major platforms, you must not care. You must curse. You must drink. You must smoke. You must not care about community at all. You must speak up and you must plague community with procreation of murder, death, kill, procreated, 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 procreated. That's a simple fact. And what happened is that when you are in pursuit of happiness and pursuit of fame, fortune, and riches, you become darker and darker and darker. And what happened is your life become on edge. And while your life become on edge, that means that your very existence becomes non-existent towards any and everything, but towards anybody. This is actually true facts. I noticed that as people seek fame, fortune, and riches, their souls and everything about them, their very essence becomes very dark, and they don't care about any and everybody. That's a fact. Because when you're seeking these things, you're not supposed to care about nobody. Because fame, fortune, and riches, right, in the dark side is really quick. It's really quick. You must sacrifice your life. You must sacrifice those that you love, and you must sacrifice any and everybody. You must not have a care in the world towards anybody. And this is an actual true fact. If you see and look how social media is and what people's doing for fame, fortune, and riches, you wouldn't want to do it, because your life is plagued constantly with procreation of murder, death, kill, procreation of twerking, procreation of any everything that's not in the worship with the Almighty. This is all facts, man. This is all fact, and this is why people do it, because it's not a lot of fame, fortune, and riches to be spread around, but it is a lot. You become famous, fortune, and riches through the Alpha Omega, because he's the creator of everything in existence. If you go to him, right, and you dedicate yourself, and you do what he's supposed, if you do what he tells you to do, you will become fame, fortune, and riches based on spirituality. But people don't want that, because it's long. It's long. That means you got to give up smoking. You got to give up something. You got to give up a sacrifice in order to pursue happiness, in order to pursue what? Fame, fortune, and riches. That's coexist with what? With the worship of the Creator. Most people don't want that. They don't want to consider fame, fortune, and riches that coexist and coincide with the Almighty, Alpha, Omega. This is all true facts. So they associate their fame, fortune, riches with this entity, devil, demonic, evil, twisted way of life. And what happened is that he leads you down a dark, dark path of destruction, murder, death, kill, of your spiritually, mentally, physically. And I'm talking about all people all over the world, all civilizations. This is actual true facts. Actual true facts. And this is what we have to speak upon. The dark side of seeking and pursuing fame, fortune, and riches, and where it leads you at. It leads you and backdoor you, right, into things that you may not know that you can do. Like kill your brother, kill your cousins, kill everybody that's close to you in order to seek fame, fortune, and riches. And this is what it does. This is what it does. So you can create more sin, sin upon sin, sin upon sin. This is actually true facts, beloved. Yes, there's no easy way to tell you this. There's no easy way to give you the blueprint. There's no easy way to guide you. There's no easy way to educate you and I based on pursuit of happiness, of fame, fortune, and riches, in a very, very dark, dark, dark side, and establish yourself with fame, fortune, and riches. It's not going to tell you that it's going to backdoor you, and that you might end up an organ donor, and that you might end up right in the plantation or jail or locked down with state greens, walking the yard with 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. You can see a lot of celebrities that's locked up right now. A lot of celebrities. Why? Because they was in a pursuit of what happiness of fame, fortune, and riches. These things blind them. It blinds you and puts you in a dark, 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 dark path of destruction, of not caring, of not loving upon any and everything that's in existence. You lose your very existence. You become what? Lifeless, brainless. That's right. This is all big facts. So these things I just want to tell you. I want to drop this on you. This is going to be short and sweet. So the next time you want to seek fame, fortune, riches, be very, very, very careful, because it's going to lead you, it might lead you down a dark path of destruction, murder, death, kill of yourself and your loved ones, and you may not bounce back from that. I see it all too well, especially you see it in the stock markets. You see those, right, that's in the stock markets that put their money in, they put their life, they put everything in it, and they crash and they lose everything. And you know what? They go up there on the top of the building and jump off the highest building and kill himself because fame, fortune, and riches, right? Fame, fortune, and riches ruled them, and this entity backdoored them. This is all big facts. Y'all have a blessed, blessed, blessed day. Peace, y'all. Later.